offseason, some picked the Sixers to make it out the East to the NBA Finals. However, heading into the All-Star break, they sit at an underachieving 5th spot in the East. So Joel Embiid shushing the crowd on Sunday did not go over well amid boos from the Philly faithful. And that prompted this IG post from the big man. On the gram, he posted a photo of the shushing and a quote from the movie The Dark Knight stating, "You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain." Hashtag the process. And that got a response from former teammate Jimmy Butler, who posted in the comments, "I know a place where villains are welcome." Ooh. And then we got even spicier. Then Embiid responded, "Damn right, my brother." Ooh. So the comments got a little spicy. Embiid later clarified with a follow-up post stating all of that it was all love for Philly. So he tried to clean things up a little bit. But Max, should the Sixers seriously be considering trading Embiid at any point in the future?
Yes. I have a lot to say about this. Give me a second here. Number one, the Philly fans have stuck by this team during the process and been very patient. Stephen A., you and others in the media decried what was going on, but the fans stuck by the team and by and large understood what was going on. Like, they supported it. They supported Embiid through his injury, gave him a standing ovation. Like, when he gets, whenever he's healthy, they're behind him. Markelle Fultz even, he was messing up. Whenever he did something good, they were behind him. They're getting a bad rap here. They've been very supportive of this team, and Embiid in particular. He is getting booed now because he's not hustling. They see it. Embiid has the best personality in sports, period. Like, he's a great follow on social media if he wasn't even an athlete. The man is just funny. And he has a great personality. Of course, yes, he's like the closest thing to Shaq that way we've had in the NBA since Shaq. And he's played at just about superstar level. And by the way, Embiid and Simmons actually play very well together. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm saying this. Ben Simmons is hustling. Ben Simmons is playing hard. Ben Simmons has passed Embiid as the best defender on the team. And I think also the best player, actually. He's the guy I would pick. Embiid is shushing fans who stayed behind him in Philly this whole time. Look, if they get bounced early, I think something has to be done. But even if they don't, Simmons' development is being slowed by the fact that they haven't built a team around him. The way they did the Greek Freak. Simmons could even be maybe an improved version of that. He has better handles than the Freak. He's an even better passer. He's almost as big. He's lightning fast, and he hustles both ends. Simmons is the guy I would put my money on. Embiid, meanwhile, you say, yeah, but you're not going to get equal value for Embiid. Do you know what they just got for Paul George in the offseason? They just got for Paul George, OKC, got Gallinari and 5 first-round picks, 4 of them unprotected. If you get that for Paul George, I'm telling you right now, you will get a haul for Joel Embiid. It's not that they don't work together. It's that Simmons, I think, with a team built around him, could take them farther. And this is a bad look for Embiid, who the fans notice is not putting in the effort.
You finished?
Yep.
First of all, let's be clear about something here. You're not getting that for Joel Embiid for a reason that you've decried on many occasions, his health. If you can't rely on his health, there's no way you're going to get a boatload of picks for Joel Embiid when people are wondering whether or not from week to week if he's going to be available. That's number one. Number two, to answer the question directly, hell no, the Sixers should not consider trading Joel Embiid. He's not going anywhere. I'm not getting rid of any player on this squad outside of maybe Al Horford until I get rid of the coach. And I'm not advocating to get rid of Brett Brown. Please don't get me wrong. I like Brett Brown. He's endured the process. I think he's proven to be a good coach, but I think there's room to be desired. No one has ever accused him of being great. A matter of fact, when I went on the air and I said, look, Tim Duncan ain't walking through that door. Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili isn't walking through that door. I was quoting other people in the league who have said this but just wanted to remain anonymous about Brett Brown. Because what they're saying is that this dude comes from the Spurs and he's using their system. He's not adapting to the personnel that he has available to them, realizing what he has and what he doesn't have and making it work. What I'm saying to you about Joel Embiid is this. When healthy, he is an elite talent. Ben Simmons got to work on his perimeter shot. That's all. An elite defender, tremendous athlete, ball handling, passing skills, basketball IQ. We can't deny it. I'm looking at a 76ers team with 4 dudes making over $100 million with their contracts. I've got Tobias Harris. I got Al Horford, Embiid, and Simmons. Excuse me. I've already made the investment. So clearly I'm not questioning the talent. I'm questioning the coach. And there's another reason I'm questioning the coach. Let's be honest, and nobody has said this. I'm tired of holding it in. Damn it, I'm going to let it out. Joel Embiid is not happy. He can sit up there and talk all he wants. He's not happy because his boy is gone.
Yep.
Jimmy Butler's gone. When Jimmy Butler left, Joel Embiid was not happy about that. Now, I'm here to tell you right now, Jimmy Butler was leaving. I'm not blaming the Sixers for that. That brother wanted to go to South Beach, okay?
You want to go to South Beach.
Absolutely. That's right. Absolutely.
He doesn't want to go to South Beach.
Let me tell you, here's the deal.
Joel was campaigning for Jimmy to stay.
Here's the deal. He was campaigning. You're right, Roz. He was campaigning for Jimmy to stay. But understand this. What happened was that Jimmy Butler, Marquette and all, Chicago and all, he's been playing in cold weather cities for years. The brother wanted South Beach. D. Wade is his boy, too. Obviously, D. Wade spoke to Riles. Riles is going to go by the word of D. Wade. It matters. That's how he ended up in South Beach. But Jimmy Butler loves Joel Embiid, but he would also hold Joel Embiid accountable. And Joel Embiid misses that and that relationship that they have. So you have a situation where you have guys who are underachieving. You got a coach who can't seem to get the pulse of the players. And you combine that with Jimmy Butler. I don't know if Joel Embiid will ever admit it, Sean, publicly, but I'm telling you, he ain't been happy since Butler left Philadelphia.
Okay, fine, but he can be unhappy
and still perform.
And still perform and play hard.
That's right.
Okay, and he's not doing that.
Well, I'm not
That's his choice.
I'm not excusing that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, but that is his choice.
Right.
All right. You have the injury concern. You talk about the players, and yeah, they've got those 4 players in $100 million contracts, but they don't fit together. Those 4 don't fit together.
Right.
The 2 can fit together.
Well, I'm talking about the 2.
But you've got to have the right pieces around them.
Right.
So I don't believe that they need to trade Embiid or get rid of Ben Simmons in this offseason. But they need to restructure this roster around those 2 and get better pieces. Now, I'm not saying better pieces as far as talent, but better role players that can fit. Where's your shooters? Where's the guys that can hit down the shot on a consistent basis on the outside?
Supposed to be Tobias Harris.
Right, but it's not. Who can take care of the ball outside of Ben Simmons so he's not always having to bring the ball up the floor, that you can give him? They don't really have that. To me, I look at this 76ers team and I think it's just.
Hold on, Roz. I've always been fixated. Max and I have disagreed with this because he thought J.J. Redick was such a defensive liability. But it wasn't just his shooting ability. His movement without the basketball was such an extreme threat that it opened things up. That's another thing that's contributing to Joel Embiid's frustration. So if you bring up the personnel, we have to look at Elton Brand too. That's true. But ultimately, we got to look at Brett Brown.
Real quick, his boy is in Miami. Can you think of any heads of organizations who really like putting a big with a little, like, I don't know, Alonzo Mourning with Tim Hardaway or Shaquille O'Neal with Dwayne Wade? Can you think of anyone like that who has a plethora of young shooters who might want to add Joel Embiid to that mix to take him over the top in the near future?
Why you think Jimmy Butler sent the tweet he sent? I understand that, but Philadelphia can't be that stupid. There's no way on earth that they let him get to Miami because they'll never get out of the East. For the
I'm not sure. I think if you had Duncan Robinson and you have to have more assets that you can flip into other stuff to put around Ben Simmons. If you have a Greek freak style team around Ben Simmons, he can bring you a chip.
No, I'm saying you want Joel Embiid with Jimmy Butler because you know you have Hero and Duncan Robinson. That's what I'm saying.
If you trade that, guess what you've got?
Got to bring it together.
You've got the 76ers.
There you go. Can't do that.
But if you trade Joel, isn't that an admission that the process didn't work?
Well, if you wind up with a championship and the
happier with
process
that.
worked, but they short-circuited it when Colangelo came in. They gave it to Colangelo. He gave it to his son. They made a mess of it. Elton Brand, he made the wrong moves. They made a mess of it. The process was working.
All right, guys, we've got to go.
No, it was not.
We're going to take it back to the West Coast. Should the Lakers load manage King James after the All-Star break? Don't go anywhere. That's what we'll be discussing on First Take. Up next.
You really don't think